Soul family. It's a beautiful glassy day in Canyon Lake. Look at the glass on the water. Not even a ripple. Perfection. It's gorgeousness. I think I'm going to open the windows here. I'm sure it's going to get hot. You know, it's way too clear. It's probably going to be in the upper 80s. But while it isn't, we'll listen to the birds out there. I was going to show you guys what it is that this is my concoction that I drink every morning. Okay, so my landlord is a natural supplement guy. And this is called Ultramax Gold Advanced Rejuvenation Formula. I love the taste of it. I just love the taste of it. And so what it's got in it is vitamin A, niacin, calcium, sodium, potassium, glycine, L-glutamine, L-arginine. I'm trying to tell you what this is about. It's just basically an ageless formula, and I wish I should have been sounding a little bit more educated. He explained it all to me before, but it's all natural. Even the sweetener is like I can't remember what's that called. Where is it? It should stevia, right? Stevia leaf. So basically, it's just a supplement. So I take that. It's orange flavor and it tastes yummy. I have aloe water, chia seeds, and apple cider vinegar. Organic, right? And then I put it in my water, and that's what I drink every single day. Now, if you take, this is good for this. This is just amazing. The chia seeds are unbelievable. I'm in love with these things. They are filled with omega fatty acids. They're just, and this one's not telling you, but if you look it up, excellent source of fiber, good source of calcium, and like I said, omega fatty acids. And aloe, everyone knows aloe's the amazingness. And the fact that there's the apple cider vinegar, that's for detoxifying. And if you take, I drink this every single day. It should be in your body every single day to detoxify. It's for your skin, it's for your insides. It's awesome. And it tastes good. Like I told you, I'm addicted to it. I love it. So people were asking me. And then the product that my hairstylist told me about yesterday is called Serovital. So look it up online, Serovital. Okay? And it helps with the sleep. It helps lean muscle mass. It helps, it's an anti-aging product. And anyway, I asked Spirit. I always ask Spirit, is this something that is in my overall highest good? And I got immediately yes. So I went for it. And it was interesting because you know what? I thought I was going to get weight, and I didn't. So, and the reason I kind of had trust in it anyway, not that I felt that she would lie to me, but when people are selling a product, they want to sell it. She wasn't selling this product, and we weren't talking about that. We were just talking about other supplements, because I was talking about how I drink chia water, and she's like, I've got this supplement. And she goes, the one thing that I noticed most about it was I slept really well, and she goes, I started noticing, she goes, on my arms, she goes, underneath here, and I'm looking at my own body's already changing. It's already coming back from me using the, doing what I've been doing. And, but she says, I noticed that the crepiness was gone. And I'm like, no crepiness. And she says, and it's tightening. Oh, I know why, because I was telling her that I got that crepiness underneath my eyes. And she said, sleep. And I thought, okay, sleep I hadn't done in 3 years, 3.5, almost 4 years. And, my body went into the adrenal failure. So anyway, those are the products. Now, this morning for our reading, interesting enough, and I do find it interesting, is my eyes fell upon the Universal Love deck, and I wasn't thinking I was going to use that. I had something else in mind, but I don't argue when my higher self steps in. And next to it was the I can't even remember what this is. It's an animal. It's called Spirit Animals, and it's very simple. But you guys all know how much I'm in love with the spirit animals, so I thought we're just going to go with that. And dreams last night. Oh my God, lucid dreams last night. Incredible. And I'm watching these dreams, and I'm just like, yep, this little situation with my cat, Prince, is absolutely mirrored in the life of who I'm watching. And wow, it's amazing. Somebody is being kept, and they feel like they're being kept in a cage, and they need to be released. And somebody's trying to help them get out, but there's somebody else in there that's not wanting them to go. And the one that's not wanting them to go is a Libra. Okay, they made it very clear to me last night. This person is a Libra. The person has an English accent, or they're English, blonde hair, and a Libra. The person has a wife that's very nice and actually would like to help the person escape, but the man is very controlling. The man treats this one like he's subhuman, like he doesn't, like that's how he makes him feel. But in the end of my dream, I mean, I was trying to help this person get out of there. And in the end of my dream, and this person has a wife, he says, that's being kept somewhere else. And he was trying to get to her. So there's two trying to get to one another that are being kept separate. Makes me feel like my twin and I. And the man, like I said, is being treated like he's subhuman because he's probably a spiritual person and they don't get it and they're arrogant. And the person that's there is trying to, which was me, whoever I was in my dream, was trying to placate this one and let this one think that, you know, he's playing along with it, but was trying to help this other one escape. And then at the end, it was really cool because somebody did help him get out of his little box, and he stood up, and it was funny because I watched him. He turned into like a magician. Now, he was shown to me as a Black Irish person, and I feel I know who that is. And all of a sudden, he had this power, and he stood up, and he wanted to retaliate. So we don't want to retaliate. We just want to leave, right? But there was definitely something coming. Now, what I wanted to ask, hold on a second. I'm telling you all these things because it'll mean something to somebody. So what I want to ask is, you know what, the dream, if you guys ever want to do this for yourself, there's a lot of different sites that you can look up for dreams, but I like the Dream Bible. And so what was going on is, if somebody has an English accent, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're English. Now, it could be showing you that. It could be literally showing you that, because in my dream, I've seen these twins, these two men. That's what they showed me. And they were English. One wore Hessian pants, and they collected antiques, or they collected things. It was interesting. I don't know. They could be the same person or one, but I was showing them as twins, and they were English. Now, if you were to thinking about the English class, you think about the upper crust, right? This is somebody that feels like they're not doing anything wrong. Or negatively, this is someone who is mad at you, or something was said and it was taken the wrong way. So it's like an English, like an assumption, like you're assuming something. But if you're dreaming of a British person, that would be areas of your life where you have no doubt that you're right, or that something is going to work. So you know that you're doing the right thing. So this, like feelings of superiority, right? Or knowing a know-it-all. Now, this could be negative or positive. Now, in my dreams, this is a negative. This person does think that they're doing something right. They are accomplished, they're wealthy, they're intelligent, but they're snobs. This is the elite society. This is the gilded cage. This is the person that's being kept in the gilded cage. This person feels he's doing the right thing. He's helping this other one. Now, the other one, maybe he is. Maybe the other person doesn't realize it. But what I watched was no. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Because this blonde, now blonde, that's another message. Because blonde doesn't always have to mean blonde, right? I mean, it can. You have to figure out what your dreams are. But if you're blonde, blondes usually get more attention. So this is somebody that's going to get a lot of attention, right? It could also think about like bright ideas. But if you're thinking about in a negative, it's something embarrassing. People don't respect you. You're a bit of a bimbo, right? A bit of a dingbat. This is about somebody that's controversial. People don't agree with what you have to say. So all of those things. So think about that when we're thinking about what's going on in this dream. Now, blonde can also be someone with silver hair, like gray hair, right? Because it looks like a lighter color. So to me, I'm seeing an older man, very classy, a lot of money, thinks he's got it, knows it all, and is wanting to keep this person in a box. So think about ideas. You want to live outside the box, right? we as spiritual people, we don't live inside the box. Spirit says don't keep yourself inside a box. Think outside the box. So this person is not awake. That's what I'm getting. This person may love that person, may want to keep that person protected, but they're not awake. They don't realize. They're keeping them down. Remember yesterday, somebody wants to, they tell you that they love you, but they want to keep you down. Now this person is not much older than the other person. It could be a brother, could be a cousin. But as I said, this other one's getting ready to bust out. They're just like, okay. So they're not on the same wavelength. They obviously don't get it. What I get from it is that, yes, this person's got a lot of money. This person thinks they know what's best for the other person. And it could be an uncle, it could be a cousin. I don't know who it is. But they just don't, they're not on the same wavelength. Right? My family thinks that I'm nuts, right? For being a spiritual person. And I feel like that's sad that they're not awake. So that's what's going on. However, in my dream, clearly someone was being kept away from the one that they loved. They were being kept in that box, and they didn't want to be. And it was interesting that I watched that the woman wanted to help him escape from the situation. The wife didn't agree with the husband that was holding this man away from his girlfriend or wife. Okay, to me they said wife, so it was a very strong commitment. This person was very committed. All right. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Here we go. Trilogy of Light. Okay, first thing that I get. Okay, weird. I'm bringing the Bumblebee Jasper up forward. I'm bringing the green citrine, and I'm bringing the Tiger. When I look at it, the first thing I see and think about is the number 3. Full circle completion. Ascended Masters helping you, right? Also, you think I'm looking at the Divine Masculine. It's so stinking bright. And I'm looking at the green for healing and love. And I'm looking at the purple and the red and the orange for passion. So think about the Divine Masculine, forward movement. Think about green for growth. Think about passion for creativity, sexual energy, right? So this is all about growth to me, creation, energy. So you look at this, 3 wheels. Now, in all reality, okay, Trilogy of Light, it's a reflection. This is the wheel. When the wheel was showing up a lot yesterday in my readings, and when the wheel comes forward, that's about forward movement. And it's like something has been set in motion, and it's out of our hands. In all reality, this is God. This is fate. This is destiny. This is like what we've put in, our intentions coupled with our soul's plan, and surrendering to spirit. It's all moving forward. Whatever we send out into the world, you know, whether with our thoughts, our intentions, our actions, we are creating. So when the wheel moves forward, this is being a product of what we have asked for. This is a product of what we've put in. It's called the Wheel of Fortune. So it's in your highest good. It's karma. It's like I said, karma. What you send out comes back. Ooh, look at the barns. Ooh, look at this. That's interesting. Are you seeing what? Hold on, I want to see if we can catch it. It's really interesting. I'm watching a pair of birds dancing in the air. What were they? They're finches. Okay, so they're red finches, and there's a pair. So, and they were literally in the air dancing. Hi, Mama's chicken. Hi, honey. Hi, sweet chicken liver. So finches are talking about a great deal of sudden activity, and that makes sense because of the wheel moving forward. They're red, which is passion. Again, seed of creativity and sexual energy. And they were dancing in the air. They were in harmony. So as I said, this is karma. This is good luck, if you want to call it that. I don't call it that because I don't believe in luck. We create our own. Whatever it is, it's moving forward. It's a turning point, and it's to the positive. It's very, very symbolic. And it's ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is opportunity, growth, success, expansion. And it goes along with the number 1. So it refers to things going in cycles. These are life cycles, right? It's the environment is changing. So whatever was difficult is lessening, and it's moving, because we didn't get it in reverse. We got it in the upright, because I said to Spirit, I don't care if I'm getting it in the reverse. I'm not reading them in the reverse. If you want to give me a reverse message, you'll have to give it to me in the card itself. So the wheel of life is basically moving forward, and it's showing you You know, sometimes you have the bad, the negative, but that gives you the contrast so that you can see the positive, right? From the light, we can see illuminate what's in the dark. When things are down, instead of waiting for things to get better, this is about actively moving forward, the divine masculine, right? Towards improving your situation. That way you speed up the recovery process. So whatever is in our highest good. Yes, the wheel is moving forward. Certain things are taken out of our hands. Fate, destiny, you know, whatever it is that we've set in motion. It's already been set in motion. But we work with spirit. God helps those who help themselves. So yes, we surrender to spirit. Okay, this is where I'm at, but you show me the action steps to take and I will follow those steps. And that's what the wheel is asking you to do. So don't be discouraged when the adversity comes towards you, because this is the challenge to get you to lift up. Like I said, when I watched in my dream last night, that person was being kept down. And somebody was trying to help them, but they weren't able to. And finally, that person themselves stood up and became the magician. They said, enough is enough. I've put in my time. That person had been praying, that person had been asking, that person had been saying, I don't want this, I want to move forward, I want to move forward. So their intentions were being put out into the universe, and the universe is stepping in to help this one. And how did they help this one? Sometimes it's the adversity that makes us stand up ourselves, right? That person finally stood up themselves is what I saw. So don't allow the negative or the things that are happening that are to the negative to worry you too much. Sometimes it's a necessary part of something in order for you to grab some balls and stand up and face the adversity, right? Something that you need to address. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that there are circumstances on the outside that might be unknown to you, meaning spirit is working for you or others are working for you. It could be a hidden friend. Remember, if you have something that you can do to help another, do so. We don't know what spirit is doing on the outside. That's why they say to us a lot of the times, there's more going on behind the scene than you realize, because you're getting your messages through spirit right now, as am I, but other people are as well, and we don't know who connects to who connects to who connects to who to make something move forward. So keep it optimistic, spirit is saying. You don't know what's going on, but you can't change the wheel. When the wheel is moving forward, there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's kind of like it's out of your hands. That's what I'm saying. So you have to, like if you lose a job or you get fired or somebody chooses to leave a relationship, it's out of your hands. You can't control the outside external forces, but it's always in your highest good. So you can try and stop the wheel, but you're going to get crushed. So don't. There's nothing you can do. It's moving. It's propelling you forward. So basically, it's kind of like, here comes the wave. When the great wave comes, go to the mountain. Well, the mountain is to spirit or to meditation or whatever. And when you go to meditation, what do? You surrender. You relax. You're waiting to see what's coming, and that's kind of what's happening with the wheel. You have to accept it. So ride the wave, surf the wave. I'm surprised I didn't watch somebody surfing in my dream last night. I did watch them in a bathroom. And water was running, and it was interesting. Somebody said, "You're not going to go in there, are you? Somebody's made a stink." Think about that. Somebody's stirred things up. But I went in there and I was washing my hands, and when I looked, I realized it was a urinal. So it was men that stirred things up. And I went in there. So it could be a business thing. It could be something going on between family members, but it's male members, okay? There's nothing to do with females in what I was watching. Maybe they were. Maybe I was the one. You're not going to go in there, are you? And I did go in, but I wouldn't go into a man's room, a man's restroom. So it's men. That's why I'm telling you, I dream, but I'm not myself. So if you follow the wheel, if you go into meditation, if you remain optimistic, going into meditation will assist you and help you know the direction that you're meant to go. So visualize the highest, the best, the positive. If you are willing to grow and expand, you will be able to, because destiny is working in your favor. The wheel is moving forward in your favor. This is when you see a series of synchronistic events lining up and you're like, whoa, to you it's like a miracle, right? Because remember, Ganesh was going to come forward and remove the obstacles. The wheel moving forward is Ganesh pushing that wheel forward. You can't turn that wheel, but the obstacle remover, our Father, can, right? It's definitely a pivotal time in your life, and options are available. Remember the osprey coming forward? There's an opportunity in front of you. The time to act is now. So that's the information we were told, right? Okay, the wheel has been set in motion. All things are favorable. Things are lining up now. Remember when we wait for, when we call it divine timing, that's when our intention, our soul's path, and spirit line up. Now the wheel is moving forward. Everything is there. Now's the opportunity to move. You act. That's how you are supposed to work with the wheel in order to bring... Hello, you little victory sparrow. Right? You will be victorious. You're capable of doing it. Remember your self-worth. You're deserving. You're a survivor. And I watched that one in the cage. He was a survivor. And he's speaking his truth. I am victorious. I'm going to do what I need to do. Right? I'm going to act because Spirit says that. These changes come very quickly as well. And quite dramatically they can be. And clearly it's the Fool card. Color of yellow. I am a tiger. You're going to hear me roar louder than a lion. It's about having the passion and moving forward. The bumblebee says get busy. Get after the honey. Right? The bumblebee also is abundance. Everything is going to be provided for you. Look at the two little kissing right here. The two that were in harmony. So there's a couple that is in harmony. They will be victorious. What else? You might have to make some changes. You've got to take a step on a situation because this is yellow, the color of the Fool. It's unfamiliar to you. This is the leap of faith that Spirit's asking for you to take. And remember the Osprey said, important information pending. You will be able to dive down under your emotional waters. You will be successful. See, here's the emotional waters. You will be successful. Don't worry about that. The Victory Sparrow is not leaving. The Victory Sparrow says you are going to be victorious. Remember your self-worth. You are a survivor. You can do this. You can do anything you set your mind to. So, this is an outcome that you've been asking for. This is what you've been wanting. Could be an idea that you've had. It's been floating around in your mind and you haven't been... You know how you get that when you just can't pull it back? It's just, oh, it's right there. So this has been floating around. And all of a sudden it's going to surface and you're going to be like, oh my God, aha moment. Lights on, bing, 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 everything lines up. All of it comes together all of a sudden and I get it. So pay attention to your ideas over the next little while. They're the beginning of something amazing that's coming for you. Okay, I need to get a drink of my chia water because I only got a sip. And it's, I'm telling you, I'm addicted to this stuff. Hold on. It's good to be addicted to good stuff, right? Hold on. You know, with just one capful of the apple cider vinegar, along with the orange flavor. Now, when I run out of that package of stuff that supplement that I'm taking, I don't know if my landlord can get any more in. He gets a lot of samples. Then what I do is I'll switch it and I will use the grated lemon, the frozen lemon with the lemon rind. This gives me the same lemon flavor. But with just the one capful in all of that, I'll show you the size of my water. This is my bottle, right? So here's my hand. It's that size. I don't know, what is this, 18 ounces? It gives it just a little bit of a zing, but not enough for it to be sour. It's really good. And I love my chia seeds, you know that. Oh, God. And it's working on my body. I can see it. I can see the difference. See, so there's no point in buying all these really expensive creams. You know, it has to come from the inside. It's the same thing as with people. There's no point in going after somebody who's beautiful and dressing gorgeous and they're just, you know, all that shiny benevolent facade. You know, that good-looking, rich, wealthy person that I saw in my dreams the other night. Everyone was like, oh, you know, they're so amazing. And they were all standing there like getting their accolades from everyone else. They were, you know, that was on the outside. That doesn't mean shit. It's got to come from the inside. If you are beautiful and you have a great inside, wow, then you got to catch, right? But it's got to come from the inside to be actually real and beneficial. So that's why you want to take in healthy food. Look at my breakfast. Banana, apple, peanut butter. Correct for neutrality on all levels. All right. Well, let's see if we have a song, guys. Yay! I knew it was the last time. I like this. I saw this in my dream. I did. 4 years ago. 3.5 years ago. The Great Wave, when the Great Wave came, and my twin and I were running along the beach, and it was building behind us, and he was ahead of me, and I couldn't keep up. You know, in the dreams when you're running in the sand and you can't get anywhere, and he turned around and he came back and he picked me up and he carried me, and even though it was difficult for him to run with me, he carried me with him, and the Great Wave came and it lifted us higher and higher. We didn't die. I didn't know what happened to us at the time in the dream. It just lifted us higher and higher because we were going with spirit. Just like as I found out years later when my grandson and I were in the water and he was so afraid to go into his emotional waters, if you go in just a little deeper and allow the wave to lift you, you ride down the back of the other side of the wave and it gently puts you down on your feet. That's riding the wave that we were just talking about, the wave of opportunity, right? I didn't recognize that at the time. Now, at the same time that that was happening, there was a family that was on the inland. They were in here, in more where I live. And a great fire swept through the valley. And the fire was so great that even the water was on fire. And 3 people died. And this family was at this funeral. And they were all mourning the loss of these 3. And it's interesting because there's 3 people that are being cut out of somebody's life. I already know that. 3 people. And they're stepping away from them. Now, they were mourning the loss of these people, and I went in and I said, what about your brother? What about the one who drowned at the beach? But they weren't concerned about that one. They weren't worried about that one. They were more concerned with themselves, the ones that were here. Now, what was interesting was a great fire went through the valley, and it set fire to the rain, just like that song. I set fire to the rain. The rain is emotions, tears. I'm going to set fire to it. I'm going to evaporate it. I'm no longer going to be held down by that. Yay! That's the guy that I watched last night. The one that had been kept in a box that they called him subhuman. They made fun of him and they said he wasn't like them. And what they showed me was somebody who didn't have legs. They had hooves. They didn't have feet. They had hooves. But remember the horse that I saw running across the field and the lion that was coming to get them, the Leo or the lion people, whatever. And I said, there's nothing wrong with him. And I was thinking about children that are born without limbs, and they will have like a fingernail still there. I had a friend like that in school, and they called her a freak. They made fun of her, and her name was Samira, which meant summer. And she was my friend, and there was nothing wrong with her. She was a beautiful person. She just had a physical deformity. Now, in my dream, what it showed was it was somebody that was not fully developed. They had not yet fully developed. So this was somebody that had not been allowed to expand. They had been kept in a box. Do you understand? This person who thought they were doing the right thing, this non-enlightened person who came across as somebody who was very wealthy and very knowledgeable and very, had reached the heights of success, they had not awakened. So they were not developed. However, they looked at this other one that was different than them. And this one had been kept back, had not been allowed to express himself, had not been allowed to grow and go out and experience life. This could be an overprotective parent that it did not allow their child to even experience life on their own. They wanted to protect them so badly that they kept them shielded in this safe little box, right? You know how overprotective parents will do that, and then the first time something goes wrong, it's a catastrophe because this person has not been able to even experience outside life. Now, they had loved this one. They were trying to protect this one, but they needed to let them go. They needed to let them grow, right? But what I looked upon was they looked at this one like he was deformed, like there was something weird with him. But we are, all of us are that. We are the spiritual people. We're the weirdos. We're the freaks. We're the ones that people think need to be kept in a box. There's something wrong with us, right? It's the opposite of what it appears. Things are not always as they appear. So this one got victorious in the end. Was done being pushed down. Finally realized, I've had enough. And they stood up and they grabbed their power. And so, just like this, I set fire to the rain. So yay, that's confirmation. That makes me really happy. You go, right? You can do anything you freaking set your mind to. Spiritual growth, and that's the truth, and that's what it is. That's what it's about, this whole thing. Spiritual growth. They think you're a freak. They don't understand. But the thing is, nobody will be able to hear unless their ears are open. There's nothing, it's falling on deaf ears, what you have to say to them. All you can do is teach by example. And maybe they awaken on their own. But they won't hear you. This is about your spiritual growth. This is a very special time for you. Look at this beautiful blossoming. To me, this could be a camellia or a rose. I see a camellia. Isn't that interesting? Camellia. Why do I see that? Camellia, spiritual meaning. I had camellia bushes in Canada, so the colder country. It symbolizes love, affection, and admiration. adoration. So this is self-love. Look at the purity. Look at the color of truth, blue. It's so much light around them, connecting to their highest self. This is a beautiful time. There's green in here as well for healing and love. Beautiful time of spiritual growth and deep awareness for yourself. Powerful changes. You're coming out of this, beautiful camellia. This is the time that you should go and appreciate flowers, appreciate beauty, appreciate nature. Get grounded, get your feet on the ground. Oh, the people that I was watching, they were growing plants. They were on a farm. They were growing plants. And I had these berries in my purse and they were, or my bag, I had a bag that I gathered these berries, but they were getting crushed. So I dumped them out. Were they grapes? That would be harvest. They were juicy. So go outside. Go outside. This is a perfect day for me to row in my canoe. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get out in my canoe before the wind whips out. I have to get out there before the wind whips up. I haven't been out in forever. Right? Get your, walk on grass on your bare feet. It's springtime. It's beautiful out right now. Get your hands in the soil. Connect to spirit. Walk on the beach. Get your feet in the sand and let the water go over your feet. This is about connecting with your own inner self, with your own spiritual self. This is a time when you're going to feel, you are blossoming. You're going to feel renewed strength, renewed vitality, renewed vigor, renewed energy. Like I saw that person, there was energy just emanating from them. They became the magician. They were upright. They were amazing. They were emerging he was emerging. He had a purpose. He was going to go get his girl. He's like, I'm not going to be kept in this box any longer. I'm going. Remember, what did I say yesterday? Prince, he's ready to go. By the weekend, I said, he's going to be ready to go. I wanted to let him out. And my landlord said, no, not yet. So I'm the girl that wanted to let him out. He said, he's ready to, he saw the girl outside the window. He wanted her. And she hissed at him. And I said, well, maybe he needs to be hissed at. Maybe he needs to be, taught how to respect her, how to behave and not be so aggressive. But he's ready to go after his girlfriend. So right now, this is about tapping into your own knowledge, your own intuition, your own inspiration, your own creativity. This is you blossoming. This is about you. Oh, set fire to the rain. The rain would be your sadness, right? The tears. Set fire. Creativity. Oh, yes. This is awesome. One more from this, and then I'm going to jump to the animal deck. Camellias. Polar climate. Why did it come to me? Well, because it came to me because that's what it's about. It's about love, affection, and admiration. And when you give a camellia to someone, you give it to someone because you love them. They mean a lot to you. So it's about loving yourself that much, that deep spiritual growth. Interesting how my higher self connects, right? And a camellia, I don't know if you guys have seen camellia bushes, but the shrub that it grows on, the tree that it grows on, ours were huge. They grew up past the house. They were ginormous. They're evergreen. They have this really, really glossy, shiny leaf. So think about that, evergreen. Even you're forever growing. We are all forever growing. Now, they grow in the zones. You know the zones, agricultural zones. They grow in the zones 6 through 8. 6 is don't be so concerned with the material world. This is about spiritual growth. And the number 8 represents abundance and never-ending abundance. The green is evergreen. It's forever grow. We're constantly growing and learning until we go back to spirit, right? You can use a camellia as a hedge. They're so dense. There's such growth. There's such density. There's such inside of you. You've got so much within you. The colors they have for camellias the colors are pink, like pink tourmaline, rose, like rose quartz, garnet is the rose red. These are the crystals that you would want to work with. Pink tourmaline. I love pink tourmaline. My mother had a pendant. It was peridot, pink tourmaline, and amethyst. And I think my brother sold it. I've always wanted to get it back. And so I told my best friend that, and she gave me that green peridot bracelet. You know what? I wore it yesterday, and I took it off last night. And where did I put it? It's close by. Oh, here. I put it on my shark's tooth to try. See the 3? Growth. But this is peridot. And so pink tourmaline is right. Where's my pink tourmaline? It's right here. There's pink tourmaline. There's the peridot. Garnet is on my soulmate pendant. We all know, I mean, we should know what garnet is. There's the dark ruby red color. That's garnet. I also have the garnet bracelet. It is the third one in, right? So I've got all of those crystals in front of me. So for you, if we're talking about crystals that are necessary, these are the crystals for the day. Pink tourmaline, rose quartz, and garnet. Spinel is another one. Now, spinel, let me look at it. And it might be spinel, but I think it's spinel. Stone. I want to look, what does it look like? Because I don't know. Ooh, it's pretty. Oh, so it can be, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, I want to look at that. What does it say? Oh. So rubies and sapphires are spinels. Now I've got my blue sapphire, so I've got them all. Cool. Okay. That's good to know. So look up those meanings. That's your homework today. Look up the why do you need pink tourmaline, rose quartz, spinel, and garnet. Rose quartz, of course, is the highest loving stone. And there it is. There's my rose quartz right there. My rose quartz right there. Right there. And these are all charged out of the super full moon that we just had. I mean, the pink full moon. The camellia is also, it's connected to dreams. And my dreams are what are giving us a lot of these messages today. So that's why I just run with my higher self, right? So pay attention to the thoughts that you get. I'm going to be doing something today. I have been slacking, and I'm going to do it. My gemstone necklaces and bracelets that I'm doing for pets, the collars, I'm putting them together. I've got an order online, and my fluorite bracelet broke today, so I said, okay, that's it. I need to get these going and string them, because I want one for Prince, I want one for Lily, I want one for Liger, and they're adorable. They're adorable. I've already got them created in my mind, and they have a charm. Each of them has a charm that hangs around. They're stretchy, so they're not going to hurt them if they get caught. So you might lose them if you've got an outside animal, but they're not going to be something that's going to harm them. And I'll have bracelets done, or you can order them as a bracelet or as a collar, right? You can order them for dogs, you can order them for cats. Correct, and I'm going to be doing them. So of course, for larger dogs, they're going to be more expensive because they're going to be requiring more beads. I think what I'll do is I will get not the semi-precious stone for dogs. I will do the same amount of stones for a dog as for a cat, but I will not put the entire necklace as semi-precious. It'll just be beads. That way, it won't cost that much more. Okay, so it'll be like small, medium, large, extra large. I'm excited, but I got to get moving on them. So, correct neutrality on all levels. Last card. Transience, and then this one flew. So, we always get the world's longest readings, don't we? Because Spirit wants us to throw them out. All right, I'm going to bring forward again my favorite stone, lepidolite. Oh, and P.S., no, you cannot, and that's why it's coming forward. You cannot put lepidolite in water. Because of the flaky mica, because it will dissolve. You don't want that. So remember I said I should put it in Prince's water or Lily's water. It helps with bipolar disorder and depression, manic depression. It's one thing that I did post that in the comments, but I didn't speak about it yesterday, so I want to let you know. So, sorry, I got to use my cards to hold my phone. It makes that noise on the desk. Okay, so there's lepidolite. And it's going with this, and it's in this as well. So Transience was the first card. So there's energy coming. Energy coming forward at this one. So spirits, so there's darkness behind you, but there's light in front of you. You're turning away from the light, so don't. Allow the light to come in and light up your chakras. Right now, you can shift your awareness. I was speaking to somebody yesterday about this. You can shift, one of my clients, you can shift your energy. You choose what you think about. And this person says, okay, well, I'll try, but you know, it's difficult. Yeah, I know, but if you keep telling yourself that, you're not getting anywhere. So what would love say? What would love do? First, start with yourself. You can rise above your obstacles, whatever they are. Allow the light to come. Remember I said spend 10 minutes in the sun? 10 minutes in the sun. Allow that. It's very healing. It's very powerful. Do that. Use that today. And imagine this light coming in and highlighting all of your chakras. It's going to start right at the base, right at your root chakra. It's going to go all the way to the crown of your head. Think about the colors. The root, red, garnet. The sacral, orange. That's your belly button. That would be, where is it? Apricot agate. Okay, we're going to use the orange. I'm just thinking of different crystals that we can use. Solar plexus, which is right above your belly button. That's the yellow. So I have green right here, but there is also yellow citrine. Okay. Your heart, of course, is pink, rose quartz. Your throat, light blue, because it's about speech. So that would be sodalite. It is for me, or it could be blue chalcedony, right? Chalcedony, chalcedony, whatever you want to say. Your third eye is indigo, so let's use blue sapphire or lapis lazuli. Your crown is going to be violet or white. So white, let's use the clear quartz. Violet, we can use as amethyst. Now, imagine as you're in the sun and you're going to light up all of your chakras, right from your root all the way to your crown. Okay? You see this rainbow light coming into all, there's more than 7 chakras, but we're going to use these are the main energy chakra centers. And you're going to allow this to come in. As you sit there with your eyes closed and you allow your chakras to be hit, they're all being activated. You're connecting to your highest self. Your eyes are closed. Imagine the colors coming in from spirit. My eyes are closed as I'm speaking to you right now. This rainbow, you think about a rainbow of a good promise of good things to come after a storm. This is, you're being infused. You're being connected to your light body. Remember yesterday I saw that the difference between the two. I saw the people that were the stars. First of all, I was in a place that I felt was like a museum, and then it turned into like an observatory. It was about the stars, and we were going to watch the stars. But then I literally was watching movie stars. And I remember I felt like they didn't save a seat for me. I didn't belong there, but I didn't belong there because I didn't want to belong there. I didn't fit in. It wasn't my scene. They were trying to keep me in a box that didn't fit me. So now I'm going to be this subhuman person that they think of. But instead of being called subhuman, I'm superhuman because I'm spirit. They think I am subhuman or subpar. They don't realize I'm connecting with my highest self. I am from the stars. I am not like you. I was talking to my landlord the other day about I don't look like my brother. I don't look like my mother. I'm becoming more like my mother when she was a hippie, but I don't look like my brother. I feel like I was dropped into my family because I was. I'm not like them. I was awakened. They were not. So this is who you're connecting with. You're not listening to those movie stars who don't accept you. You're recognizing that you are, I have something. I'm going to share it with you. It's on my Instagram. Let me find it. I posted it on Facebook as well, but I have so many posts on Facebook that I think I'll never find it. Please let me find it. Please show it to me. It's so awesome. It's talking about where is it? I love it. I want you to see it. Oh gosh, I have so many posts. And I was, something went by me. I need to talk to you about this right now. This person that's been kept in the cage, it's called Stockholm Syndrome. This is where a hostage has empathy towards their captors, and they defend them. That's what happens. This person was kept in this cage, was kept in this box, and they didn't even realize. They felt sorry for them, or they felt all of a sudden that they were their friend, but in all reality, they were not their friend. Pay attention to that. Where is this? Come on, show it to me. It's about not fitting in. And instead of, where it's such a funny thing. I want you guys to see it. It's like they look at you in one way, but in all reality, the reason that you're not fitting in, you're not meant to fit in because you are, where is it? You are a fucking asteroid or something like that is what it says. I think I've gone past it. Oh, it's so funny. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's just so awesome though when you see it. The way it was worded. When I'm doing this, I feel like I'm taking forever. Here it is. But when I look back in the readings, I realize I speak so quickly that when I'm actually taking a few minutes, it's just a couple seconds. To me, it feels like, I've got to fill that dead space. Think about that. It's really not as long as you think it is. So you torment yourself wondering how they could not love your burning heart. And the answer is, darling, you're not the star you thought you were. Remember the movie stars? You're not, how could they not love me? Remember I walked in there and that person, they were all up there, and there was a girl that was standing there, and she was with her star family, and they were like, oh, everyone was telling them how wonderful they are, but she didn't save me a seat. So somebody didn't save me a seat. They didn't recognize my worth, right? And you torment yourself. How could they not love my burning heart? And the answer is, darling, you're not the star you thought you were. You're the fucking universe, and not everyone is an astronaut. Yes, that's what it is. You are a fucking universe, and they don't know how to fly. That's what it is. Okay, so now we're going to go to divine guidance. Now we see the forest, and we see the moon glowing. This must be water down here. But I also see the figure 8, right? Abundance. So the moon is your intuition, and there's a burning within you. You see that within you, down below, in the belly, the womb, right? And look at the heart chakra, the colors of love swirling around you. Now, spirit, in the Bible, people say, Bible thumpers and religious people say, oh, tarot is evil. I saw that in my dream. Tarot is evil. People that read cards, they're evil. These are wicked people. Bible even says, don't be looking to the stars. Don't be looking to the stars for your answers. Well, that's the fucking truth. Don't be looking to the movie stars for your answers. Look to those stars for your answers. But the Bible says don't be looking to the fortune teller of events, which is what I'm talking about, a foreteller of events. That would be me. Or don't be looking to the stars for your answer. Why? Because your answers are within you, right? You don't have to look up into the stars to get your answers. Your answers are in you. You are from the stars. You are part of the universe. And the people that don't understand this don't understand it because they are not an astronaut. They're not capable of flying as high as you are, like the osprey, like the hawk. So Spirit says, pay attention to your intuition. You've got your answers within. Listen to your heart. Follow your instincts like I do. I look at these colors and I start getting jewels. I start thinking, emeralds, sapphires, pink tourmaline, rose quartz, clear quartz to amplify. And that's what's going on, amplifying. I pay attention to my highest self, and it guides me. And if it feels weird to you, go there anyway. Because a lot of times I don't know why I'm being guided in a certain direction, but I go there. And when I'm looking at these colors here, I see the phoenix rising. I see the peacock feather. That's what I see here. Look at that. Look at the shape. Okay? And look at that. Look at that. That is the phoenix rising. I got that this morning. A friend of mine sent me, Doug Johnson, thanks Doug, sent me a video. And it was a prayer, kind of like a dancing kind of video. Here, I'll show it to you guys. This is the kind of stuff that Soul Family sends, right? Okay. This is what he sent me. And that's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see was the phoenix rising. And I said, thank you. You gave me a message, and I'm seeing it here again, the message. And I saw it in my dream last night, that one coming out of the box. He stood up like the magician, and there was energy moving around him, all like this. It was the phoenix rising, because the peacock is the one that resembles most the phoenix rising. And I saw that in those colors. So that's what's going on right now. You're being energetically drawn, right? You're being energetically drawn to explore. What is it that you're hearing? What is it that you're feeling? What is that idea that you've got rolling around in your head? Stop, listen. Really listen. Look at her. Her eyes are closed. She's listening. Feel it. Feel it going deep inside of you. This is what's happening here. Feel this swirling around you. Pay attention to your intuition. What is it telling you? Go deep. As the osprey says, you will be able to dive down deep under your emotional waters, and you will emerge victorious, says the sparrow. Move in harmony like those two finches that were dancing in the air. Finch is the color red. Passion. Follow your creative energy. Follow your passion. That guy was getting out of his box and he was going after his girl. That's what it was, his passion. That was the burning passion within him. Because home is where your heart is. He was on this beautiful farm, but he was kept in a box. He wanted to be where his wife was. Your wisdom is inside of you. Do not be looking to fortune tellers of events for all of your answers. Do not be looking to movie stars for your answers. Look inside yourself. That's where your answers are. Ooh. Love the lepidolite. And allow yourself to roar louder than that lion that was chasing that horse. That horse that was trying to run free. That black horse. They said that that person was deformed because why? He didn't have feet. He had hooves. He was that horse. That's who I saw. They think he's deformed. They think there's something wrong with him. I think he's fucking phenomenal because he is. And he's going to hear them. They're going to hear him roar louder than that lion that was keeping him down. Woo! Love, love, love. Love you guys.